Good morning, good-looking people. And as my buddy Barry Shore would say, you're good-looking because you're always looking and, of course, finding the good. Hope you had a nice weekend. Hope you had a nice Shabbos. Today is Rosh Chodesh. And we're going to go over the Hayom both for yesterday, the 29th of Iyar, and for today, which is the 1st of Sivan. So let's go over yesterday's. It was the 29th of Iyar. It was the 44th day of the Omer. It says the ascent of the soul occurs 3 times a day during the 3 times of davening, that the soul continues to go up, and it happens during these 3 periods of time. And this is true to all souls. So in particular, it also is relevant to tzaddikim who go from strength to strength. And it is certain that at all times and in every place these tzaddikim may be, they offer prayer on behalf of those who are bound to them and to their instructions and who observe their instructions. So the first part of the Hayom is talking about that you may have heard of a concept that life is a journey. The afterlife is a journey as well. And being that God is infinite, the soul can go higher and higher and higher for many and unlimited levels. So while you're at shul in the morning, hopefully soon, or on Shabbos, and somebody makes a kiddush, or they bring some whiskey and a cake in the morning, and they say, please make a bracha for so-and-so's yortzeit, that the neshama shall have an aliyah. This is what they're talking about, that being connected to these souls, but the souls can go higher and higher, and this comes through the 3 times a day of davening. But there's another great point that comes out. You can connect to these tzaddikim and to these souls, and they can connect back to you. And what it's saying is, those who follow their instructions and follow their ways and observe their instructions, they will pray in particular for their students and their students' that they be rescued materially and spiritually. So the last part is that by following Chassidus and by learning the different Torahs of all the different Rebbeim, we are connected to them, and they are connected to us. And here's a concept. Many of us will say, hey, I'm learning this about the Rebbe. I wish I could have met the Rebbe. I personally never met the Rebbe. However, what the Hayom is saying of the day, that by learning their Torah and following their instructions, we are connected to them as much as they are connected to us. And you might think that the soul, or these tzaddikim, when they're up in Shemayim and going level to level, they're only looking out for our spiritual benefit, but not. They're also looking out for our material benefit. So just as much as they're praying for our spirituality, they're also praying for us to be rescued materially. So that is the concept of the 29th of Iyar and the Hayom of the different souls as they ascend. Moving on to the 1st of Sivan, which is today. Today is Rosh Chodesh. It's also the 45th day of the Omer, so please remember to be counting the Omer. Also, until the 12th of Sivan, we do not say Tachnan. Hayom of the day. If you throw a stick in the air, it will fall back on its root side. Our fathers, the holy rabbis, bequeathed a boundless heritage to this first Hasidim, that their sons, children, and their daughters' children throughout the generations, in whatever country and environment that they may be, will have this root and they'll have this attraction that they will always be connected to their source. So think about it like a magnetic pull, that because of these tzaddikim and the holy rebbes, they gave us an inheritance, unlike wealth, which has a limited number to that inheritance. But to spirituality and to Hasidism and our heritage, it's an unlimited inheritance. It's a greater inheritance. It's really, that's what Jewish wealth is. And that no matter where we may be in whatever environment is, we'll always have that inheritance. We'll have that magnetic pull that will pull us back to the source, back to the root of Judaism and Torah and mitzvahs. And at times, this element is covered and concealed in a number of garbs. This is then the avodah, whoever desires life, to remove these coverings, to establish himself periods for the study of Chassidus, and to conduct himself in the matter of the Chassidic community. So, bottom line is that we're all different, and we're maybe found in all different parts of the world. And we all may have different generations, but at the bottom line, once you layer it back and come back to the source, we're all connected. And we all go back to the same, that this is the Torah, this is the mitzvahs, and we all must observe. And that is that magnetic pull inside of us. That's the root. And sometimes it may be covered and we may not feel that connection, or may not be connected at the moment. However, by trying and learning and studying and setting set times of Chassidus and setting set times of learning, we begin to peel back those layers and we connect and we find that pull. We're back and connected all the way to the Rebbes and the generations, all the way to Avraham, Yitzchak, and Yaakov, and eventually to God. And that is the ultimate inheritance, that it never goes away. It's an unlimited treasure that we all have. So learn Torah, do the mitzvahs, try to do the best that you can, and with all that merit, you'll have a wonderful day, you're going to have a successful week, and you'll be connected, as we said in the previous Hayom, to all the souls that they're praying for us, both materially and spiritually. And with this studying, we're also connected to God and to our source. Have a wonderful day, and I wish you all a very successful week and a happy Shavuos.